all. Welcome back to another episode with Mystic Scales and Fae Tales Podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Lee.
And we're really excited.
This is our year wrap-up episode. So there's going to be lots and lots to talk about.
So today we wanted to talk about our end of year wrap-up because 2025 is in the books. If you get the pun. We did this briefly when we first started the podcast. We did a mini episode talking about like reading goals and year recaps and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it'd be nice to really go over this year because that last year, like, we had like a lot of us, it's just two of us. Both of us had like restarted a lot of our reading journeys. So, like, it's definitely different this year. This year is like a full recap of like, wow, we like committed to the bit. We like really read a lot of books. Mm-hmm. Read a lot, obviously, here on this podcast with our book club, and a lot outside of it. So we had some great reads, some not so great reads. I think it'll just be fun to go over. And I forgot to mention to you, we have our list of all of our like end of year things, like best. So we can also go over that in this podcast episode.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So yeah, it'd be like a fun little recap, kind of in the vein of Lee and I love to watch all the Oscar movies, so it's like our own little Oscar ceremony for the books we read this year.
Yeah. I think it's funny that I think this year we really did have like ups and downs, like some pretty low lows, which I feel like is not normal.
Yeah.
So, but like, I think it was good. We kind of like branched out a little bit, and like towards the end of the year, I think we branched out a little more, which is nice.
Yeah, we did. And I'm trying to do more for next year.
Yeah.
For this coming year, I should say.
So, where do you want to begin? Do you want to just start at the top? Or...
Well, I want to say that Lee got me this really great Christmas gift. Almost a birthday gift. And I love it so much I want to shout it out. It's books read this year, and it says Jennifer's Library, so I can keep track of all my books I read this year.
Is that...
it's a little, like, wooden piece.
Is that the real number?
That was from last year, yeah. This is my end from 2025. So this is the real number I have on, which I will reveal shortly to the podcast listeners.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, this is really cool. It's like a little wooden stand, so I'll maybe post a picture on the podcast so you guys can all see it.
Yeah.
Highly suggest gift for your book people, and I can change up the numbers. And essentially, I keep track of all the books I read this year, and there's a little thing for me to put the numbers of how many books I read this year and keep track of. So I put it with my bookcase, and I have a little rubber duck that's reading a book as well next to it.
Cute. Yeah, I'm someone who loves to like check things off or like, you know, have like a vacation countdown or whatever. So I saw that. I was like, yes, you need this.
I know. And like, I also want to talk about too, because like we listen and read a lot of books. And the nice thing is that on the podcast, we can take so many notes with our book club. But I also like have technically a book journal.
Okay, yeah, there was a post on Fable about people's like book journals, and I was curious, and so I was like going through the comments, and I did actually stumble upon someone in our book club that she posted.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is fun. So if you want to share yours, because I don't know if I can commit to that, but like you do.
No, I actually don't. That was the point. That's where I was going to. I did in the beginning, and I put all these like really beautiful stickers. I think I talked about it last year too on the episode. And I really, really like this one. I bought it at Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you could buy it at a lot of different bookstores because you can put the title, the author, the genre. You write down when you read it, where, like what kind of format it was, your first thoughts, your final impressions, your ratings. Just like on Fable, you rate it by character, plot, writing, overall. Would you recommend it? And then you have like a page and a half, I think, or 2 pages. Two and a half pages to write any notes and questions down. So you can like recap it for yourself. And I was going really strong when I first started because I was reading a lot of fantasy and I felt like it was all like blending in my head.
Yeah, didn't you do like Lightlark and like Powerless, like those series?
I did. Actually, my first book here is Powerless. And then I kept going, right, and then I just eventually, I think we were just reading so quickly that I had to stop. So I stopped at Lore Olympus number 6, which by now this number 9 is out. Actually, no, I kept going. There's one more. Okay, let's see. Let me keep going. I think I reviewed the entire Powerless series, which is great. I have Fearless on here.
Okay, so.
I wrote down She Gets the Girl, which was April to May of 2025, and then I stopped. And then I think I just wrote other books, like I wrote the titles down, but I didn't write the notes for me to go back. So I wrote like Mortal Follies. I have a page that just says Divine Rivals. I have a page that says, like, I literally kept going. I have Ruthless Vows. I have The Love Hypothesis. No notes, just the name of the book. Quicksilver. No notes. Then I had The Night and the Moth. I started my notes and then stopped. Wild and Wrangled. I did write an entire thing for.
I was gonna say, because recently you did use this.
Just Wild and Wrangled. And then that was it. But then I pivoted to what you saw. I had this other journal that is just a regular, line journal that I said, okay, I'm taking all these notes on my phone when I'm listening to books because I want to make sure I comprehend them and not just listen. So I like to just take notes while I'm going out, and it also helps for a recap.
Yeah.
So I wrote down Cruel Winter with You, and I wrote down Wild and Wrangled, which is funny, it's there in both.
Again.
And then I wrote down Not in Love, which is great because I forgot I did that. And then that's it. Actually, no, I started Brimstone, and then I stopped. I did like 2 pages. So then the point of this one was that my thought was, okay, I will have this journal with the lines, and I will write down all of the notes, like reactions or something. Especially if we especially if we don't have a fable where we're doing it. And then this one is to recap, the book journal's to recap when I'm done. But I keep forgetting to go back and do it, especially because I recapped in my review on the Fable app. So it just feels like I'm doing it twice sometimes.
It's a lot. And, like, when are you writing this? Because, like, my first thought is, like, are you doing it on the bus? But I don't know if you can actually write on the bus.
Yeah, at first I was just writing it, like I was, like, trying to be like, okay, I used to write on my phone. Like, I'll have my phone propped. I'm, like, working, listening, and I'll, like, go and I write a note down and then go back. But so I was like, if I have the journal open, I can do that. But I'm like, this is so distracting.
I mean, that's like
then I just kept writing in my notes on my phone, and then I would go from my phone to the book. Because my thought was, this would be really cool if I open this, like, line journal up, like, a year or 2 from now, and I look at all the books I read, and I keep this. And if I keep doing this for the rest of my life, like, imagine how many journals I have of just, like, different plots and different reactions. Because I'll also write down, like, what the fuck was this? Or, like, that's crazy. Or, like, this makes no sense.
And also, like, we love journals. So if you can actually use a journal, it's like, yeah.
Exactly. So my hope is I'll go back and fill this all out. Okay. But that was my tiny tangent about book journals. What did you see in the post? Did anything intrigue you?
Well, okay, so the person in our book club, she, like, prints out little pictures of the covers. And then she, like, draws, like, the number of stars. It was very cute. It was very in-depth. And I was, like, I was impressed because, like, I don't know how you have the time or the patience to do that. Like, a lovely idea. And, I mean, people even do that on Instagram. Like, it's a story, like, template where you can, like, plug in. And I've wanted to do that, but I just don't take the time to do that. So I think I just, like, admire from afar that I'm like, oh, this is a good idea, and I don't do it.
So if any of them intrigued you, what would be the one that you'd be most wanting to do? Like, online? Would you want to make, like, a junk journal? Because I've seen people do that. It's like a scrapbook, essentially, of the book, or each book that you read. Or would you want to do, like, one that is templated for you, like, to write down? Like, it tells you, answer these questions, and you answer those questions only. Like, what is intriguing?
I think I would lean more towards, like, a junk journal. I think, like, if there's too much structure, I don't want to say I get annoyed, but it's too much like school, and I'll just be like, no, like, I'm going to write my own thing. Or, like, if they ask a question, I don't know, like, something about the genre or something, I'll be like, I don't care. Like, I just want to say what I want to say. So, like, I think in reality, I would do more what your second journal is and just, like, free write. But I do love the idea of, because, I mean, we see so many, like, stickers and, like, cute bookmarks and things, and I would love to, like, collect those. Again, I don't need to be spending money on every book, Like, okay, so I went to that Barnes and Noble that's closing this
Oh,
weekend.
yay!
It
I didn't know you
was
went.
it was overwhelming. Um, because like there's like you said, there's nothing left. But there was a copy of Silver Elite, and I like knew that it was like on a stack that was going to be like put back out. So I knew it had been like passed around, like people were like gonna buy it and then they didn't buy it. And so like I grabbed it and I was like, do I buy this? Because I just finished it. But then I was like, I don't know, because like what if this is like someone we don't like? Because remember the controversy of like, is it AI? Like, is it Colleen Hoover? Like, I was like, I don't think I can like buy this. And also like, I didn't really like the book that much. So I was like, this is dumb.
Which is probably why a bunch of people put it back, because they were like, I kind of maybe want it, but not really.
Yeah. But then when I was like waiting in line to check out, it was gone. So like someone did like snag it, which like I gotta respect. They saw it and they're like, I know this is a treasure. But
What did you end up getting at this? Sorry for the off topic for the yearly recap, but
so
Lee went to a Barnes Noble that closed. So what was it like? What did you see? What did you end up buying?
I got it's like a paranormal romance, like very like cozy. It's
Okay,
like,
that's different for you.
yeah, it was cute. Don't know the author at all. I did want to get a Nisha Sharma book, but it was the one they had left was from Much Ado About Nothing, and I don't really know that story. So I was like, oh, I would rather like the 10 Things I Hate About You, like Taming of the Shrew. So I didn't get that. And I got a bunch of like kids books. But they had this really beautiful like Peter Rabbit collection that I should have got, but I was being frugal. And it was just hard because like you're stuck between like, do I look for things like specifically that I want, or do I just like see what's there? And then like, I mean, you and I are always talking about like, we don't have space, we don't need books, like they just go into our storage, like those kinds of things. So like that was like living in my brain, and I was like, I don't really need to buy a physical book, because like I also don't really like read physical books that much
Yeah.
anymore. I think I do more in the summer because like I'll be traveling or like outside, and so I was just kind of like, while there are like everything was basically 50% off, which is like wild, because like
That's
Silver,
crazy.
I think Silver Elite was a hardcover. I think it was $32. So like
So it was
even
half.
even half of that is still like a normal like paperback.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more like the thrill of like the find, what could you find? So I didn't go crazy, because even like romance was like demolished. Like there was nothing left. There was one whole shelf like row that was just gone, and like all that was left was like three like mass market like paperbacks that you've never heard of, like none of the authors that like we know. And they had a few. I was hoping that there would be more. Like they had the new and noteworthy like set up in the front still.
Mm.
So I thought there might be something like even like Wild Reverence. I thought might be there. It wasn't. And they still had like a bunch of classics and stuff, which are like nice additions. And then I looked a little bit in the YA section, but I'm not like familiar as much with those stories anymore.
I should have went with
So there was one that I almost got.
I would have known a lot.
What was it called? It was about like these teens that it was three friends, and one of them passes away, and then the two of them become like estranged, and then one comes back and finds like his like former best friend is like this like emo girl. And like it looked good, but it also like sounded really sad. So I was like, I don't know if I should get this. I don't know if I'm in the mood for this.
Yeah, I should have went with you. I would have known a lot of the YA. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I did a Barnes Noble that was closing, which is always sad, but I had a lot of fun. I went about it not looking for something specific, so I just went through each aisle and I would just add books to my pile. I walked away with a lot that day, I remember. And it was also hard not to buy tchotchkes because there's so many
Yeah.
tchotchkes left.
And like
Like,
puzzles, games, yes.
yup. So I think I bought like I think I actually have it here, right here. I bought like a little. Oh no, I don't have it on me. I bought like a pouch that was like a Read with Pride pouch. I brought like different like I think I bought like some bookmarks, but not a lot. So I tried to like keep the tchotchkes to minimum because there is a lot that they have. But I don't remember what books I got, but I had some good finds. So yeah, it's like you have to get there right when they announce that's gonna come if you want to get like the books that you want to get. But otherwise, it's just like for the vibe and seeing what you get. So I'm really glad you went though.
Yeah, I honestly, I might go back just to like get things like for my niece and for like Dana, like from the kids stuff because they had a lot of good books and just like future presents and stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, that is good for future presents.
Yeah, I think they mentioned something about another one might be closing too, and I was like, that just sucks.
Dang.
But
so you don't. Yeah. Oh my god, that sucks. That does suck.
And then I went to so there's this like it's basically like a warehouse book thrift store. It's like a used
You
book
went?
store. I went. You gotta go. It's literally down the street.
God.
And I ended up I got Happy Place by Emily Henry, which I don't think that I've read. I hope I haven't read, but I own it now.
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I read People We Made on Vacation this year. But yeah, they have this hallway and everything in the hallway is $1 or you can like fill a bag and it's like I think it's like 10 books for $7. And they have some newer things. They have like DVDs, they have records, but they have like some things that you could there's so much Percy Jackson, like when we get to Percy Jackson, like
we're good.
I kept picking them up and I was like, I don't know which one this is though. So I'd be like, okay, it says number 3, but number 3 in like which series? Yeah. And then I had one copy in my hand and this woman came up to me and she was like, there's a better one, like a nicer edition, like down the hall. She's like, if you want that one. I was like, oh wow.
Oh my god, that's funny. So did you walk away with a lot then or no?
No, I was good. But I can see it being like a problem. But yeah, it's cool. So happy that that's close by.
I guess we can wrap up the book hauls.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, kind of circling back to book journals. Do you have like a goal then for this coming year? Like, are you gonna go back to one journal or?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna just try it out.
Okay. Okay.
I think that I love seeing people who do the junk journaling or like the scrapbooking. They can like put pictures like the mood of the book and stuff like that's so cool. But I think we read too much. like I think that we read too many books that we don't have enough time to do that like as much. And maybe for like bigger books we could go back and like do that. But yeah, I really love to see people's work, but I don't think and I'm the opposite. I like the school of it. I think I like writing like a mini book report essentially. Like I feel like my reviews feel like mini book reports when I can. So I like doing that. I like answering questions.
Yeah. Okay. So on Fable, do you go through like each category and be like the writing and like do the stars on that, or do you just do,
I
like,
give different stars for each thing. The book doesn't get one. Oh wow! I didn't know that. Yeah, like so the book will get an overall, but then each thing which I guess doesn't show in the review, but yeah, I'll do it differently. Like sometimes the characters are better than the setting, or the setting is better than the writing, and sometimes I put even like the like little warnings too. I've done some of those before.
Oh, like spicy or like.
I've done that. Yeah. No, they have warnings trauma. At the end. Yeah. Like those, like the violence in the story or da 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 da. Like I've done that.
Okay. So you're a reader for the readers. I'm a reader for myself.
Yeah, I
just
guess so.
I want to get my thoughts out. I'm just like, no, I want to like make it finished, like mark it as done, and then do my rating. And like most of the time, I feel like I write a review, but there are some times where I just don't want to think about it, I think.
I was reading your reviews the other day.
Oh my god.
Well,
No.
I was looking for one of the books that you had, and I just was like,
Wait, which ones did you read?
Dang, I think I read the Gingerbread Bakery. You were like, another classic Dream Harbor book. And I just was like, okay.
I get likes on my reviews. Do you get likes on your reviews?
Yeah, I do. Usually it's the same people.
Oh, they usually make me feel good. It makes me feel like my thoughts or whatever, like made it into, it's not just an abyss, like on Fable. Like it went somewhere and was seen.
Yeah, I don't understand people like I'll go to my main page and there'll be like a book, like a post, someone be like, my current reading, and like it's like them with their little like cozy setup, and they have like 100K likes. I'm like, wait, we could do that on here? Like, how do people do that? Like, is this also a social network where we're all like making a bunch of followers? Like,
I mean, I think it could be.
I don't know how people do that.
I think we've only posted. I think we posted when we made the podcast.
Oh, I've posted a few times, but just
and then I think I think I only posted for Divine Rivals. What was the second one called? Ruthless Vows. Yeah.
Yeah, I posted recently for Brimstone for our last episode, and I posted the YouTube channels.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe that could be a New Year thing. We want to post more on Fable.
Mm-hmm.
So, we talk about how we read a lot. You're making me think like we should slow down, but I don't know if I can do that.
How many books? No, I don't think it's a bad thing we read a lot. We haven't gone over what our number was yet, so we have to say the big reveal of what our number was for 2025.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I guess mine's less impressive. Oh, no, just kidding.
It's still a lot. You beat your goal.
I did. So my goal for 2025 was 45 books, and I beat it. I actually beat it in 2 months ago.
Nice.
So that's kind of awesome that I beat it ahead of December. Mm-hmm. So in 2025, my reading goal was 45 books, and I finished 56, which is pretty impressive, I think. Yeah. I feel awesome about it. I was very excited about it. I think out of all, like, majority of them were for this podcast and book club. I maybe read, let's see, like maybe like, I have to look at my numbers to see, like, maybe like 10 or so extra that weren't with you. Okay. So, like, a lot of it we read together. So I'm gonna say, like, that's great, because Lee's number is insane.
A little bit. But okay, so if you finished 2 months ago, in 2 months you read, what is that, 11?
Yeah, in 2 months I read 11 books, yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it was,
That's, yeah. I'm like, we don't read
like, 3 of them were novellas.
Books.
Well, 3 of them were novellas. 4 of them were novellas.
Okay, but still. That's time. I'm a little confused because, so I keep track in my notes app when I finish, but also I keep track on Fable.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But they're off by 1, and I'm not sure.
They might not have the book on there. That happened to me last year, where I was off on 2024 because they weren't uploading the Lore Olympuses in their volumes. Okay. So I was off.
Okay. I thought it might be a Percy Jackson, but it's not. Anyways, but whatever. I'll just say I did 82. So I did 82. I will say, I also read novellas, so for making that argument, like, they do count. Um, and I did a lot of Christmas reads this year.
You did. You went ham.
So I did not like all of them. I actually gave one of them a bad review. Like, I was really mad about this stupid book, which is not the point of a Christmas read. But I think what I'm like, I guess proud of, I don't know if proud's the right word, but I guess it was only 2, but I read memoirs and I was really into that. So one of the questions you had posed in our little recap was, what are we looking to like read more of this year? And I think that's one of mine. So I think one that I'm going to do is what is her name from Nickelodeon?
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah.
It's very good. I've read it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be my next one. So.
It's very good. I read it in one sitting.
Oh, wow.
I listened to it. It's actually on the Audible account, so you could listen to it.
Oh, great. Does she read it or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah, so I read it. I listened to it in one sitting. I mean, it's like 8 hours long, I think, maybe more. But yeah, it was actually the first book I got in Audible, like ever.
Oh wow.
Because I wanted to hear her read it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very powerful, and I'm excited it's going to be a movie on top of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And Jennifer Anderson. I don't know if she's going to be in it, but Jennifer Anderson. I always say her last name wrong. Aniston.
Mm-hmm.
Is playing her mother.
Oh. And I assume, is she playing herself?
I have no idea. Because it goes through different parts of her life. So.
Okay, well that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot too. But, oh, that's great. So I love that. I love that memoirs are your next thing. So the one memoirs you read, you didn't listen to any of them? You read them?
No, so I listened to Green Lights, which is Matthew McConaughey.
I saw that in your reviews. I was like, oh, I didn't know she read this.
Yeah, I did it like 2 weeks ago because my brother was like, you should try this one.
I heard it's a good one.
And he reads it. Yeah. Yeah. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. So yeah, that was
I also have on our Audible account that we share. I have the Prince Harry one too. He reads it.
Oh. Okay.
He's okay. I didn't finish it because I couldn't. But like I think for me, it's just like, I think I've said this before, like his British voice just like puts me to sleep because it's like kind of soothing. But also his reading was very much like, it's his first time obviously, so it's very like choppy in a way. It's like, I went to the mall and I did this and did that. You're just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I was dying to read it, so like.
Okay. So
one of these days I'll go back. Yeah, because I really like listening about the royal family.
Cool. Yeah, so, and then we also commented that most of our reads are categorized as romance, but I don't think that they're just romance.
No, a lot of them are multi-genres, but there's no romantasy tag in the publishing world, so
yeah,
it's both.
And I think we like exploring, right? So like when we got into like the Western romance, we liked the setting, we liked being in a different environment. And so that kind of like really sped us along. I mean, that was 4 books, right?
Yeah, 4 in the series. I just looked at my notes too. Out of my 56, only 11 of them I read, or 12 without you. So like I read like majority of the books we read together, which is insane. So like let's say it was 12. I did them. I'm like counting through like the little images on Fable, which is a little hard. So like that's 30. What? I can't do math. No, that's 44 books that me and you read together in 1 year.
That's alone? A lot. Like, that's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. And we did it together.
Yeah. Buddy reads. Very cool.
Buddy reads.
Buddy reads for sure. And most of them we liked.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, on Fable, as the reader's summary, it says, "I'm a romance fan. Your reading journey is packed with thrilling romances, these daring love stories, and a dash of passion to our experience. I've read 56 books, like I said. I had a 350 streak day, which me and Lee also are very much on just marking it because I think we like streaks. So even if we didn't
so true.
fully read that day, we still gonna mark it. And my average rating is 3.8 stars, which is pretty. I think 3 and 3.5 is my normal rating for most books, honestly. Mm. It says I read 40 romance books, 22 fantasy, which I think, like we said, we think those are overlapping more.
Together.
I read 19 young adult books, 3 graphic novels, and 3 sci-fi books. I will say, like, I think I've mentioned it very briefly, I do work in publishing, so I have all this number is actually kind of higher for certain categories. I've read more graphic novels, I've read a lot more young adult, and other books. So like my reading recap of the year is probably like maybe like 70, depending on, I don't know, I have to count how many books I read at work. So like usually my graphic novel number is usually higher, I think, but like it is, but I don't put my workbooks that I read in here. I like to keep it separate. Just for like my own fun. But
sure.
I also am really behind on my Lore Olympus. I think I have 2 volumes I need to catch up on. And so yeah, and I used to get more graphic novels from the library. And okay, so my average star rating is 3.8, and my most read authors, I have 12 from Miss Allie freaking Hazelwood because of our mini episode series on here, which is insane.
She's
12
my
from one
most too.
author. I do have 6 from Sarah J. Maas because this was the year that we were finishing off my reread and your first time. 4 from Lila Sage, 2 from Callie Hart, 2 from E. Lockhart, 2 from Christy Boyce, which she does the Dungeon and Drama series, 2 from Lauren Roberts, 2 from Rebecca Ross, and 2 from Rebecca Yarros. Oh my god, how many Rebeccas can I have on here? And I would have had 3 from E. Lockhart if I had picked up the newest We Were Liars book, but I haven't picked it up yet, unfortunately.
Okay.
So soon to come with her, and same with Lila. We didn't finish Lila yet. We both picked. I have Soul Searching, but we haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn, Lee. Go give us the stats.
Okay, wait. Tell me again what your like moniker was. Like your
the thing at the top.
thing? Yeah.
The beta. Your reading journey is packed with thrilling romance. These daring love stories add a dash of passion to our experiences. I'm a romance fan.
Does it say, like, passionate romantic or anything before? No?
It just says romance fan. And then it says the description. So I'm just a romance fan.
Okay, so is that under summary? Can you click to the tabs of the years?
Oh, I guess under summary. Okay, I was on 2025. Under summary, it says my book aura is fiction realistic with light anchored.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Wait, but I love this. Okay, so mine is fiction speculative light wanderer.
But is that because of only what the books we've reading now? Because
I think that's right.
You just read a speculative fiction, so that would make sense.
That's true. But
the only thing I rated was 2 fiction books, so yeah.
So for 2026, I'm a passionate romantic so far. But 2025, I'm a romance discovery.
Ooh.
So it says your reading is all about love stories with a dash of self-discovery. Your heart is filled with love and hope. That's certainly something worth sharing. Which, I guess that feels right.
That's adorable.
Yeah. My average rating is also 3.8 stars.
That's amazing that we have the same average rating.
Yeah, that's kind of
weird.
Also because I think I tend to rate things higher than you do.
Probably.
I'm too nice. Except when it comes to our Oscar movies, then I'm like, no, that was terrible.
I'll be like, yeah, they put a production in. It's a movie. And you're like, no, it's not.
But yeah, I did. So it's saying 61 romance books, 30 fantasy, 22 YA, 7 fiction, and it says 5 sci-fi. I can think of 2. I don't know.
Well, remember, Hunger Games is sci-fi
Oh, okay,
as
then
well.
that's,
Yeah.
yeah. Miss Allie is also my top. And then I have, okay, so Frost K is that series that I did
Beginning of the year.
in the beginning of the year, which, ironically enough, I've started another series at the beginning of the year. Not by her, but, and it's like a slightly better, not slightly, it's a better written urban fantasy.
Mm.
I'm only like 50 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it. So maybe I'll make you read it.
Clearly, we have influence on each other, as I've read 40-something books with you.
Facts. And all of them Allie's. I did the 6 SJM. I read 4 Bryn Weavers, so she writes the Butcher and Blackbird.
True.
And she came out with a novella that I didn't read
I
yet.
saw that, yeah.
Katie McGarry is she's like my YA superstar. I'm actually rereading one of her old books right now, and I think that's going to be like my tradition is like I reread an old book to start the year. I don't know what she puts in them, but like there's like some kind of crack in her
I will
writing.
also say I'm not a rereader. I don't reread books except for the Hunger Games, and I only reread Sarah J. Maas because of you.
Because of us, yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, like I really don't reread books. Isn't that insane?
I mean, considering how many you own, yes.
I know. I don't reread them. They just go back on the shelf, and
they're just pretty. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just like I know too much. I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I think it's like emotions for me. Like I like to be back. I don't know. But it's also like so interesting to read things as an adult that like you were affected by as like a youth.
I think I would do that. Yeah, like I think I would do that. Like I would go back and read something I read younger. That would be fun.
Which is a good conversation for another time. Lila Sage, Catherine Walsh. So Catherine Walsh was like our holiday romance superstar, I will say. Nevessa Allen. So Nevessa Allen is Lights Out. So she put out Lights Out, which was like the dark romance, even though this is kind of light in comparison. So that got me into that. And then her second one, Caught Up, came out, so I read that. But in like the interim, I was like, oh, I want to read more of her. And there was a motorcycle romance, which we know how I feel about that. So I ended up reading 3 of her books.
She's a big motorcycle romance girl.
Yeah. Motorcycle, like gangs. I gotta get into the mafia scene. Like I need to dip my toe.
No, I feel like if you do that, you're still gonna be like, they don't have a motorcycle.
Maybe there's a certain kind of mafia that is motorcycle. I don't know. Give me all the motorcycle wrecks. Then it's Rebecca Ross. Then it's dear old Amber V. Nicole.
She don't even on mine because I said absolutely not.
Amber V. Nicole and Kelly Hart, because I read 2. Emily Henry. I read, People We Meet on Vacation, and then she had a new one come out. And then H.D. Carlton is the Haunting and Hunting Adeline. So another dark, stalker, creepy, makes you think. Then Christy Boyce, then Laurie Gilmore, Rick Riordan.
Oh my God, Laurie Gilmore's not even on mine. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Because we did Christmas Tree Farm and Strawberry. And I guess, I don't know why Gingerbread is not showing up. And then Rick Riordan and then Suzanne Collins. Suzanne Collins, it says 2.
Ballad.
Oh.
Didn't we reread Ballad? Or we just talked about Ballad? Or Or you read Sunrise twice.
I did read Sunrise twice. That's true.
That's what it was.
Whoops.
Yeah, when I go to my summary now, like not my year summary, I have 31 for Sarah J. Maas, but I think it's because I read it twice.
Oh, okay. That's wild.
I know, I need to change this because I'm like, this makes me look like she's my favorite author. She's, for the record, she's nowhere near my favorite author. She's like one of my, like, lower favorite authors. Not even,
you're
like, not even on that favorite author list.
Not even
she's
a
like,
favorite. No.
No. It's like, that's really bothering me that if someone looks at my page, they're going to be like, wow, this girl really likes Sarah J. Maas. No, I don't, actually. Allie's below that with 12, and then Suzanne's at 7. And then I have Jennifer L. Armentrout, which we actually I haven't even revisited her in over a year, but I have 5 for her. Rebecca Yarros 5, Lauren Roberts 5, Rachel Smythe for Lore Olympus has 5, which it should be 6. Actually, it should be 7 because they didn't upload them to Fable. So she'll move up. Mm-hmm. And then Lila Sage, Carissa Broadbent has 4, and then Laura Gilmore's on here for 4. So, which is wrong. No, that's right. There's 4, right? There's 5 now? Pumpkin, Bookshop, Christmas, Strawberry. There's 5 now. Okay, so that's right. Yeah, and then it says, like, I have more in the genres I was speaking of. Like, I have 50 YA on here on my overall. I have 12 of my graphic novels. Like, the other categories are more. Then I have Rebecca Yarros at 5, Lauren Roberts at 5. I have Rachel Smythe at 5, which should be higher. It should be about 7 because Fable is weird with adding Lore Olympus on. Okay. Lila Sage is at 4, Calissa Broadbent at 4, and then Laurie Gilmore's at 4, which makes sense because I have not read Gingerbread yet. So,
got it.
But Suzanne's at 7. Yeah, wait, that's. I guess because I reread. I put it in that I read it more than once, so that might be why. Because that'll be 6, and then Ballad would. Ooh, actually no, I don't know what the number is here because I read Ballad. I read Sunrise,
and then the illustrated.
I didn't read the illustrated yet.
No? Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know what it took as my reread. But
it's just, we love her, so.
I do love her, and I want her to be my number 1. Maybe I'll just lie, and I'll just, like, add dates about me rereading The Hunger Games, like, 15 times.
Sure.
So then, she can be my favorite author.
That's fine. I won't tell.
The entire podcast knows now.
They won't tell.
So some of our recaps, though, we did some fun, like, posts we want to do on the Instagram, and we'll see in the coming days. But it would be nice to talk about in here. Which book brought us the most joy this year? So we both answered 3 different answers. I said Lost and Lassoed. And I said She Gets the Girl. And then I said The Night in the Moth.
So I said Deep End, People We Meet on Vacation, and Shield of Sparrows.
I love that. I love how you literally have romance. You have like 2 romance, like contemporary romance, and 1 fantasy. And then I have the same thing. I have 1 fantasy and 2 contemporary romances.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it was our year of contemporary romance. Maybe that's what it was.
I guess. That's a good thing.
Okay, ready? We'll say this at the same time. Which book had us crying the most this year? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sunrise on the Reaping. Literally.
I think if I was to pick a book that wasn't Sunrise, I might have said, I want to say, like, Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows, like, together, because I got emotional at different parts. Or I would say, I don't know what else made me cry this year. Blood Over Brighthaven got me really emotional, but I don't know if I cried. Yeah, I just remember Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows being, like, and I feel like I remember you with Night in the Moth. You said you were crying.
Oh, I did cry in that. I would have said, this is a reread, but it's a Katie McGarry, the Walk the Edge, I think it is.
Oh, yes. You did say Walk the Edge.
That one gets me every time. I could probably do like like those PowerPoint parties or whatever, or like a TED Talk kind of thing, like about that book. I love that book.
Our best fantasy of the year actually was something we wrote these notes at different
We did.
times, and we ended up writing the same thing, which was really great.
Yeah.
Our best fantasy of the year together, like separate and together, ended up being Shield of Sparrow.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
That was one that wasn't on our radar that much. Like, we knew about it, whatever. And then when we had the time, I was like, why don't we start it? Like, we should start it. And we were like, yeah, let's start it. And we both fell in love with it. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. That one, like, it still surprises me, like, how good it is because of, like, the hype it got. And I was like, I don't trust this hype. But, yeah, and just having the whole, like, do you remember, like, it was Shield of Sparrows and, like, Silver Elite, and they were, like, vying. And, like, Night and the Moth was, like, creeping in there, too. And it was, like, right in the beginning of summer. And, like, I just thought Shield of Sparrows was just so good. And I can't wait for the sequel.
Yeah. Same. We have to read more of that author, too.
Yeah.
So, our best romance of the year that we read. So, I wrote The Love Hypothesis. I was going back and forth between that one and like one of the like Dun and Dust, like one of the Rebel Ranches. Like, I just didn't know. Like, it was like Lila and Allie were battling in my brain.
Yeah.
But I really think Love Hypothesis for me was just a great way to start like this romance journey, because I didn't read as much before.
Yeah.
So I felt like I had more of a place in my heart because of that. Sure. So even though like the Rebel Ranch series like really just like I love so much, and like I love being able to make you read it too.
Yeah, that one.
But I didn't know. So I did Love Hypothesis. I think it was just more of like the setting. And,
yeah, this one was a tough one. I chose Deep End. I think partially like
tough for you. You read a lot of romance.
I was so excited about this book coming out, and then when it did come out, like I really did connect with it, and it's not like a perfect story, and we'll talk about it when you read it, but I just really enjoyed it, and I really liked the characters. So I think that one like held out for me, which is tough because like it came out in February, so like there are so many more books that we read and that came, and yeah, so that one was definitely tough.
So the next category is our best YA of the year, and we did not include Sunrise on the Reaping because obviously it would have won every category. Correct. So what was your best YA of the year?
So I chose Dungeons and Drama, which is the first one in that series with Riley. Mm-hmm. That one was it was cute, you know.
It's so cute.
And we're like,
it's so cute.
We're in our D&D like era, so that one was very fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I chose We Were Liars, which I
different vibe.
I still love different vibe. I love that book so much. I think what was great was I didn't read it when it first came out, so I wasn't in the book sphere. But then when the show was coming out, I was like, I really want to watch the show. I also was like, Joseph Zada's gonna be in it. Like, I need to watch him. And also the girl from Vampire Diaries is in it, and I'm like obsessed with her. So I was like, I need to watch the show, but I was like, it'd be fun if I read the book before. And I was so thankful I did, because then when I watched the show was so good and so true to the book that I was like,
yeah,
I was shooken. Like, it was such a visceral moment, I feel like. And I still won't, like, the scene in the show where, like, things come to fruition, you find out the truth, and she's running from fire, is, like, so heartbreaking. And when she remembers it later, like, her on the beach crying is just so beautifully done. So for me, I think it was just a great moment of, like, a film to book adaptation and feeling that in the year. So I wrote We Were Liars, and I'm excited to read the new one, too, and for this season 2 of the show.
Oh, I didn't know there was a season 2.
Yeah, they're going to do for Family of Liars, the second book, which is the prequel.
Right. Okay.
Which they took a lot from that book, actually, for this first season. I think I'm assuming because they didn't know whether or not they were going to get a second one. But there's still a lot to learn. Like, it's not like they spoiled everything. But it was nice they intertwined it a bit, because you saw more of the sisters and their relationship on screen.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's a prequel about the sisters.
Nice.
So it'll be really interesting. And then if the new book does well, they'll do that one too. But that one is not about the Sinclair family. Oh. So it'll be interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So our best book of the year, to no one's surprise, is Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. No argument there. But if you had to pick a second one, if we took Sunrise out of every category, what is
best
best book that you read, not including Sunrise on the Reaping. Mine is easy. It's Blood Over Brighthaven. That's like the best book I've read in a really long time. It's very, I mean, of course it would be because I just went from being like Sunrise on the Reaping, the other dystopian book that I read, to this other dystopian book that's an adult dystopian book that I read. Makes sense. You can see what genre I love, clearly. And so it just questions so much of like reality and intentions and what you are measured on as intention or your action when you die. And I actually ended up buying it for my book exchange at work. I bought it for some Christmas gift for people. Awesome. I'm just like, I'm handing that book out like it's like it's a Willy Wonka gold bar. Like, you read it, you read it, you read it.
I love that.
So that would be my best book of the year.
Okay, you like that one more than Red Rising in the dystopian category?
Yeah, I do. I think Red Rising is interesting, and I'm excited to keep going with it, but it did not grab me as much as Blood Over Brighthaven did. Like, I was sat, and I wish there was more, but I also don't wish there was more. I think it was perfectly done in one. Nice. So, and Red Rising, I was like, it was, like, interesting, but it didn't outweigh it for me for the other one.
Okay.
The other one questions more on, like, it does more into the actual the vibe of the category, where I said Red Rising is like, it's the beginning of a series, so you feel that, you know?
Sure, yeah. I think if I didn't choose Sunrise, I think I would choose Shield of Sparrows, because I think that one also just, like, stuck with me, you know, and I appreciate when, you know, you can go weeks or whatever, months, and still be, like, thinking about a book or, like, recalling certain scenes or certain characters. So, and especially for me to be excited about, like, a sequel. I hate sequels. So that's, like, I want to be back with these characters. I want to see what happens.
I think also if you can, if by the time the sequel comes out, you feel like you still are fresh in your head from reading the first one, that means it really stuck with you.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, most people will go back and, like, just to, like, you know, because, like, there's those small details, and your author will definitely take the small details and put them in. You might have forgot them. But, like, the fact that you can remember so much and talk about it, like, that, it's a good book.
That's true. I did also really love Phantasma. Like, that's another one that, like, I think about a lot.
That was like a, what's that called? Like, not an underdog, but, like, you just didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Like, you were like, it was low on our radar.
Which, like, kind of jumping, but author we're keeping on our radar now, like, that was my answer, was Kaylee Smith. So.
Mine is Catherine Walsh from The Holiday Romance.
Which also
which I think we talked about in her episode of Holiday Romance. Like, we saw that she's coming out with a book that's not a holiday theme, so we're definitely going to read it. So, like, that's someone I want to keep on my radar, because I really enjoy her humor. Her humor is so good.
Yeah, she's really good. Especially for, like, a contemporary romance. Like, she's really good.
So our worst book of the year, to no one's surprise.
Again. Yeah.
Is mine was Book of Azrael Part 1, the first book, because I didn't get to the second book.
Mine was the second book.
You was the second book. And if I didn't write Azrael, I did put side note, like, Sky Shade.
Yeah.
Like the Lilac series.
Yeah, which I can agree with. Probably that or Powerless, I guess.
I wouldn't say that's the worst book. Nah. I honestly, like, I didn't hate it. Like, it's just... I might also be biased. I think I'm just, like, really protective of this author right now. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just, like, fell in love with this author and, like, her concept and what she's trying to do. But I'm just like, oh, like, you can do it. You're almost there. Like, I believe in you. Like, it's, like, one of those things. Like, I think I'm a little biased. But, yeah, I did rate, like, the novella was really bad. Like, the one that you didn't read.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even read it. Yeah.
So, like, that was bad. But, yeah, the last book was a little rough. I don't know if it would be my worst book of the year, though, but it was rough.
I mean, yeah, Book of Az was just not... no.
So, who's an author we said we were keeping on our radar, but the authors that we want to read next year, I put V.E. Schwab. I think I have 3 of her books on my shelf that I have not read yet. And her latest one was Lesbian Vampires, so, like, I'm dying to read it. I have that one. I actually bought a signed copy because I was like, I'm gonna love this book. I have Haunting of Adeline. Not Haunting of Adeline. That's the one you just read. Oh my god. No. I have oh my god. I have Galliant. I haven't read it yet. I have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I also have The Fragile Threads of Power, I think. And then I have the new one. So I think I have 4 of her books on my shelf that I have not read yet, and I really want to read. So what about you? What's an author you want to read this next year?
Okay, so there's one, I think it's a typo, because I don't know who that is.
You don't, oh wait, what? You don't know who you wrote?
It says Alice somebody, but I don't know who that is.
I do, and so I got really excited when you wrote it. Alice Oseman is the author of Heartstopper.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because, yes, so that is my, like, reading goal for this year is to read Heartstopper.
Oh, that's so easy. I can't wait. I've read all of them, and I'm going to make sure you read. I have them. You're going to read them. Yeah. It's so easy. Okay, great. Done. Check.
I'm so sorry that I didn't. I should have just written Heartstopper. But yes.
Yeah, because she also has other books.
Well, yeah, because I remember, specifically looking up her name, but did not stay in my brain. Whoops.
Was there a book then, too, that you definitely want to read this year, if it's not author?
So, okay, my goal is to read Heartstopper, and my brother got me some more, like, classics. Last year I did Wuthering Heights, so this year I have Gulliver's Travels, which I actually have never read. So that'll be a book that I read. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm, like, focusing on, I guess.
Yeah, I think my goal, obviously, big one is reading Percy Jackson with you and the podcast here, soon to come. We're going to make a really big deal about it, Percy Jackson. And I want to read V. Schwab, like I said. I want to read Emma. I still have not read any Jane Austen in my life. So I want to do that. I want to... T.J. Klune. I want to start eventually. Oh my god, I'm like looking at every book I have. I want to start this book and I want to do this book. Our book club just chose Six of Crows. So that was a big one. Excited. Was another Lee. So I'm very excited to finally read them. And I don't know if I'll start Arv. Did I say Arv Kwong? I might.
You didn't, but...
I mean, I don't know. I have their books. I'm thinking about it. We'll see if this is the goal for this year, though. Not that I don't want to read them. I eventually do. All the books I have, I eventually want to read. But that one's like a... We'll see if I can get into it.
I kind of want to read the... What is it? When the Moon Hatched or something?
When the Moon Hatched, yep.
But...
Yep. I have that one, too.
I didn't know if we were going to wait to do it together. Or not.
Probably should, because it's a hefty book, and we definitely going to need to talk about it. Like, it's big. Not like hefty, like, topic.
No, I know it's like a really 1,000
big
pages, yeah.
And the beginning of it is an entire, like, glossary for the book.
Okay.
So, yeah, we should probably definitely talk about it together.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want us to read, which maybe we'll go into when we do our anniversary episode, but I want us to read the duology, the What the River Knows and What the Library Hides. I look at it like every day at my desk. I'm like, we're going to read that. And we haven't. So there's something like that. And then what are the genres? Oh, before we get to another one for next year, our underdogs of the year. Mine was Mortal Follies. I did not realize how much I would love that. I have to start the second one. I haven't started yet.
I didn't know there was more.
Yeah, about at the end of the book where she sees the sprite is talking about like a male couple.
Oh.
The male couple is the next book. So I went to do that. So yeah, Mortal Follies I didn't expect. I think I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I think it was so funny and so clever. And if you're like, it was nice because like, we didn't do a lot of like classics or like not even classics, but like in that era. I feel like books this year, so it was nice to like be in that era.
Yeah. I did Risking It All, which is another Katie McGarry, which is so the book that I'm rereading now is the like parents of Risking It All, but like when they're teenagers. So I just like love that
love
she's
that.
like this Risking It All. She like came back to the world that she created like 10 plus years ago. So
She's risking it all.
yeah. And that was one of the ones that wasn't on Fable for a long time. And then when I did my like Fable Wrapped, there it said there were like only 86 people who read that book like on Fable. So very, very underdog, very niche.
Yeah.
But love.
So you mentioned this already, that the last one we had was our genres, so we want to explore next year. And Lee already mentioned hers is memoir. For me, I am doing something a little different for myself, and I'm doing thrillers and mysteries. Not horror, because I don't know, I'm not a big horror person even with movies. But thrillers and mysteries, I think that'll like whatever. So I did read Housemaid.
Okay, so you started.
This year, so I started, and I did like her writing. I just love books and TV shows that like mess with your mind. Like I watched All Her Fault on Peacock, which is an amazing TV show. And that one is just like the first episode is this girl goes to pick up her son, and he's not there from a play date, and so then it's like so much of what is like going from there. He's kidnapped. What's going on? Who did it? So like it's really, really good show. I want to read more like books like that, like thrillers. I know I can't do too much because like I used to listen to a lot of crime podcasts, but they freak me out. Like because all of it's real, so like it freaks me out after a while because then I'm gonna get paranoid in life.
That's not good.
So I do damper it down. But I think I like this. I wrote in my review of Housemaid, like it felt like a great introduction to the genre. It's because I know there's a very popular author in that genre. So like it was nice for me. So I'll just like branch out from there, and we'll see. I'm always tempted every year to write nonfiction, but I know I'm not gonna do that. So
no, you gotta be a little.
It's good.
You can step a little outside of your comfort zone, but you still gotta be realistic. You know.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna get any closer to nonfiction, it'd be historical fiction.
Yeah, I like historical fiction.
Me too.
But and again, like it's not like a 180 where that's all you're gonna read. It's just like here and there, like you're gonna throw those in. I feel like I one book I do want to read is, we talked about this in one of our chats, is Project Hail Mary, which is...
Oh my god, I forgot you wanted to do that. I almost bought that.
Oh, really?
Bought it.
I was looking for it.
It was on sale on Audible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on sale.
Oh, well,
okay, next time it goes on sale, I'll get it. Because I was thinking about it.
Yeah,
because the movie's gonna come out.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a good one. Great.
Cool.
Bestie
Sounds
reads.
sciencey. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's probably why we're reading everything, because we just share accounts.
So true.
Wow. So 365 days later, these are all the books we read. This is our goals for next year. Lee does not like to set number goals for reading goals. She just vibes with it. I do and I don't. Like, I don't care if I don't reach it. I haven't had a year where I haven't yet, so we'll see. I was originally going to do 10 more of my previous year numbers. So, like, for 2025, my goal was 45. So 2026, my goal would have been 55. But in 2025, I hit 56 books. So I was like, that felt like I'm just making it easy for myself. So I ended up doing 10 more of what I actually ended up reading.
So it's going to be... How about 65?
I did 65 because 66
was
not a good number.
No.
So I did 65. But I think this will be nice going forward, because if there's a year that I read less, I'm going to be like, oh, damn, I'm going to go down numbers. But I'm still going to go off of what I realistically did the year before. So, like, it'll still feel like...
Yeah.
Like, if I end up not reading 65 and I read 30, which is not going to happen, but if I read 30, then I'll be like, oh, the next year's 40. That's okay. Like, it always will feel doable. And then, like, having grace with yourself and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's more just for fun.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, crazy pressure to read that many books.
That's good. Good to say that out loud.
Yeah, so it's all just for vibes, so we'll see what happens. But that is our reading recap of 2025. Thank you guys so much for going on this journey with us.
Yeah, I hope we kept you entertained.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when we have episodes where we just chit chat and not just talk about a book.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like too when it's like only about a book. Like if you haven't read the book, obviously it's like you can't always listen to the episode. So this one
Right.
is for you guys. No spoilers, all the recommendations, and all the reads. Follow us on Fable so you could really see our reading journeys.
Yep, get those reviews.
Yeah, read Lee's reviews. They're actually pretty fun.
Thanks.
Let us know what your reading goal was for the year. What do you think of reading goals, book journals, all that stuff? Connect with us on Instagram, Fable, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yes.
We're on all of the socials. Let us know, and we hope that no pressure for yourself this coming year with reading. Go at your own pace. Read one book if that's all you can do, and that's perfectly fine. That's a great goal. We appreciate you guys so much, and we hope that you're diving into a good book right now. And happy reading.
Happy reading. Happy 2026.
Happy 2026.